He's too good. He's too good.
Hey guys, so as you can see, I quit tennis and switched sports into volleyball. Just kidding. Just a background of my volleyball experience. I played casual, like dorm volleyball in college, and that was my first exposure to it. So once in a while, when there was a dorm game versus another dorm, I would play. And I met a good friend that he played volleyball, so we kind of played together. He was way better than me, obviously, and he's the one that's setting to me today. And so further experience, I played like a couple of like super casual games, and then we would play around like, really casual beach volleyball sometimes, some intramural, but nothing competitive. And the space in between was really long. I would just go out and play volleyball whenever, as a group thing. Obviously my main sport is tennis, right? And I have very, very little volleyball experience. Today though, I got to actually practice spiking with my friend, and he gave me one piece of advice that made my shot so much steeper, my contact so much better, which is great because I basically just Googled and YouTubed how to approach for a spike because I wanted to know how to spike for intramurals, but I never really got to focus in on it and practice with somebody that knew what they were doing. I just kind of figured it out. So in the beginning of the video is kind of what I had built up to that point, and then the end, the last couple spikes, you can really see that the contact is more solid, it's going steeper, and my timing is just better. Yeah, so let's get on to that video. Let's go. Alright, so here we are on the men's net. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my feet wet here with a couple of these spikes. Just clearly struggling, as you can see. What the heck was that? Here's how the master does it. It just looks so much better than mine. But here I go. I was still kind of getting my timing here too. Let's look at that in slow-mo. So the tip he gave me was to turn my thumb downwards on the cross. And like here you can see in the slow motion that my hand is actually just flat. And I'm kind of just slapping into the ball. But interestingly enough, this is kind of similar to the pronation that we have in tennis on the serve. See, I'm still kind of just slapping this thing. So at this point, like, I'm afraid to kind of follow through. I'm like getting to the ball and I'm afraid to kind of swing through, but I think that was because I was jumping too far forward and I was just afraid my weight was going to carry me into the net. Like, that one was slightly better, but the two before it was definitely scary for me. That was better for sure, because I remember as I went on in the day, I got more confident in finishing my swing and my body angle is a lot better. Here's a really interesting part, because I had never really hit quicks before, and he was like, we just suddenly were like, oh, let's just set you a quick and see what happens. Because I think he set me 1 or 2 quicks in the past and I had no trouble hitting them, like way easier than when he set me a normal set. But I think that's just easier because I didn't have to wait for the ball to fall, which is just way easier on my timing. So we just randomly set 2 quicks and I did way better than on normal sets, which is kind of funny. Yeah, we should. So as you can see here, as the day goes on, my shots are starting to bounce further and further away from that back wall. And I'm getting way more comfortable with following through, and my body angle when hitting the ball is much better. Here's the master showing me how it's done very casually. Just kind of he didn't really feel like hitting. This practice was more for me for sure. But this is where it gets much better. By the end of the day, I was bouncing the ball over this wall, which I couldn't even get close to before, which was really nice. It's really nice to be able to focus on one thing, which was the spike, and just get the reps that I kind of needed to like solidify a little bit of what I had learned by myself watching YouTube. Overall, I'm just like really grateful that I had this time in this session to kind of figure these things out, because it's really hard to just take things that you watched on YouTube and try to take them straight into a game, or like something as casual as an intramural game where everything's super messy. So being able to do the reps and just focus on it was really helpful today. And it's kind of it's the same with every sport, right? You can focus in on one thing, and you can't just play matches. You have to kind of get together and focus on the little details and try to fine-tune them when you're not playing matches, so it becomes muscle memory later on.
He's too good. He's too good.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little twist, but this also goes back to a lot of stuff I've been saying, which is be an athlete. Go out, do athletic moves. It will help you between any sport to just adapt to different situations that are maybe not textbook in that sport. It'll help you move, adjust, figure out where your body parts are, right? So like I'm a super casual volleyball player. I like hardly ever played, but you know, just getting like just the fact that I could serve in tennis was already really helpful for me to be able to get this spiking motion, this, you know, in very little time. So yeah, do other sports. I'm just really happy I got this opportunity. Honestly, it was really fun. Big shout out to my friend Kevin, one of my best friends, and thanks for helping out a noob. He asked me to play a grass tournament later on in the week, volleyball, not tennis, and that'll be my first like somewhat official volleyball thing. So hopefully, you know, wish me some success with that. I know not everything's gonna go perfect just because it'll be a game and it's not gonna be like perfect sets every time, but I'm gonna work on my passing a little bit. I'm gonna work on at least getting my sets to like a decent location, and then we'll see where we end up at. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More tennis stuff coming out soon. I've already got stuff recorded for you, which includes doubles mentality, how to think about the doubles process. So that video is coming up soon. As always, you know, peace out and have a good day.